nature camp. Day 1, nature hike. Day 2, riverside cleaning. What if I can't keep up? Everyone looks so ready. Maybe I shouldn't have come. I'll try. Oh! Why does this bag feel heavier with every step? This looks like a downhill. I need to slow down. Ouch! I knew this was a bad idea. I can't do this.
Hi, I can see that gravity is 1 again. I'm Kainan. You can call me K.
I'm Ari. Wait, what does gravity have to do with my fall? And my backpack?
I'm glad you're curious. Let's talk a little science. Hold on. Let me take some stuff out of your bag.
Wow, that's lighter. Thanks for helping me.
Glad to help.
I'm really glad you were here. But what does gravity actually have to do with my fall?
So, before we talk about your fall, we need to understand gravity. See that? Earth is pulling everything down. This pull is called gravity. Around Earth, there's an invisible gravitational field. Anything with mass, rocks, bags, people, feels that pull. On Earth, gravity is about 9.8 meters per second square.
But you're also being pulled by gravity, right? Then why didn't you fall?
Let's discuss some basics. As you can see, one ball is heavy and the other is light. That means they have different mass. Mass is how much matter an object has. It stays the same wherever you go.
Okay, then what makes the heavy one different from the lighter one?
Gravity pulls on mass. So when an object has more mass, gravity pulls it harder. That pulling force is called weight. Your backpack has mass. That's how much stuff is inside it. But what you feel when you carry it, that's weight. Mass becomes weight because gravity pulls on it.
So, without gravity?
Without gravity, your bag would still have mass, but it wouldn't feel heavy at all.
Is that why the heavy objects feel so much harder to hold?
Exactly. Let's see. The heavy ball has more mass. Gravity pulls it harder, so its weight is larger.
But if gravity pulls harder on the heavy ball, why doesn't it fall faster than the light one?
Good question. That is because mass does something else too. Inertia. Inertia is the resistance to change in motion. That's why heavy things with more mass are harder to move and harder to stop. The heavy ball has more mass, so it has more inertia. When gravity pulls it harder, inertia will counteract by resisting.
So that's why they move the same way and fall at the same time.
Exactly. And there is one more thing. Load. A load is any extra mass you carry, and your backpack is a load. When you carry a load, your body and the load act like one system.
So the bag isn't just on my back, it becomes part of me.
More load, more pull, harder to stop from falling.
Not funny.
And there's one more thing. The load isn't balanced. The bag is heavy, and it sits behind you, so the weight isn't evenly spread. That shifts your weight backwards.
So my balance point moves.
Exactly. When you added the backpack, you changed how gravity acts on you. Now, Before we figure out why you fell, you need to know about center of mass and center of gravity.
So, the center of mass is basically the middle of my body.
Not exactly. The center of mass isn't about where your body looks centered. It's about where your mass is balanced. Your center of mass is where your entire body mass is concentrated, and from where the mass distribution is uniform in all directions. Whereas your center of gravity is the point at which your body's entire weight is suspended. Center of gravity is the point at which gravity acts on the center of mass. Near Earth, those 2 points are almost the same.
If the backpack has more mass, gravity pulls it more. Does that mean its center of gravity is more?
Not exactly. The center of gravity isn't about how strong gravity is. It's about where gravity effectively acts. The center of gravity or mass is a position, not a quantity. So, your body has a center of mass, and the backpack has its own too. Putting on a backpack will change the body load system's center of mass. Gravity pulls on the entire system, so the center of gravity lies at the combined center of mass. If that point falls over your feet, you're balanced. But if it moves outside your feet, you lose balance.
So, did my combined center of mass stay outside my feet the whole time?
Not all the time. While you were walking, it stayed mostly over your feet. Your body kept adjusting by involuntarily bending forward to stay balanced.
Oh!
That's torso flexion. You bent forward to bring the load's center of mass closer to your center of mass. More importantly, that pulled the balance point back over your feet. On a downhill, gravity doesn't just pull down, it also pulls you forward. When you slipped, your feet moved forward suddenly, but the heavy load behind you had more momentum and more inertia.
One moment. What exactly is momentum?
Momentum is how hard something is to stop. It depends on 2 things: how much mass it has and how fast it's moving. Your backpack had a lot of mass, and it was already moving with you. So when your feet slipped forward, the backpack wanted to keep going. It resisted that sudden change. So your feet moved forward, but the load lagged behind. That pushed the center of gravity, the balance point, behind your feet. Once that happened, you became unstable, and you fell. When load is uneven, your muscles and spine work harder to stop you from tipping.
Oh!
Heavy loads make your muscles work overtime. Your heart pumps faster, you get tired sooner, and your spine feels more pressure.
Just one last doubt. If gravity pulls everything the same way, why doesn't a feather fall at the same time?
Because it's not just gravity. A feather is light and spread out, so when it falls, it has to push a lot of air out of the way, and the air pushes back. That push is called air resistance.
So it's like the air is resisting the motion?
Exactly. When something is lifted and moves through the air, 2 forces matter most: gravity pulling it down and air resistance pushing against its motion. Let's keep this for another science day.
All right. Hooray! You know what? I almost quit, before even trying.
Sometimes we carry more than we need. Unnecessary load, physical or mental, makes every step harder. Gravity pulls on it and makes us stumble.
I carry worries, even before starting.
Letting go makes the path easier. Thanks for watching with us, friends. If you had fun learning today, please like, subscribe, leave a comment and share this video.